Last year, the United Nations pulled together scientists, policymakers, and business leaders from all over the world for the Conference on Sustainable Development, or Rio+20 as it was called, to solve the world's problems of our unsustainable practices. Well, this is great to see because it shows that we're starting to recognize the effect our choices have on our planet. But what was seriously missing from these discussions was food choice, specifically the unsustainable effects of raising and eating animals. It wasn't connected at all. This disconnect was so blatant at Rio+20 that the delegates in attendance were served beef while discussing what to do about sustainability. A number of organizations and governments are quite concerned about how we're going to feed the 9 billion people expected to inhabit Earth by the year 2050. We're hearing about this everywhere because global demand for food, feed, and fiber, as they call it, is going to double from what it is today. So they put together a high-level expert forum to explore solutions. Notice this statement by some of those experts, by the Food and Agricultural Organization regarding food security. You know what? They're absolutely correct. Livestock does hold great importance. Of course, the less we raise, the more secure food will be. According to the United Nations, these key problems need to be resolved in order to feed 9 billion people by 2050. Well, during this last hour, we've all effectively answered these questions for the United Nations, haven't we? And many, many more. Anybody here from the United Nations? Probably not. The first step for them is, of course, to rethink the 3 F's. Instead of using all of our resources for food, feed, and fiber, we now know that one of these principal needs is, in fact, not needed. The concern for research and technology advancement needs to be replaced by concern for advancement of enlightenment and policy change. As an educated, progressive, and conscientious global community, make no mistake that our journey towards solving how to properly feed the world by the year 2050 begins by placing someone at these high-level expert forums, placing someone there who truly understands that the only way to accomplish feeding 9 billion people in a relatively sustainable fashion is with organically grown plant-based foods, period.